Good day from South Africa. My name is Charl Erasmus. I am 13 years old and in grade 7 at Trinity House Little Falls School. First, I want to thank Ms. Mulholland for introducing me to GIFT and for giving me the opportunity to be part of the International Forum. I'm a prefect at my school, which I see as a huge privilege. I represent my school in the following sports: rugby and cricket. Since the age of 7, my mother has enrolled me in a private public speaking studio where I have a coach who helps me improve my public speaking abilities. In the past few years, I have earned many trophies, medals, and diplomas, and I have also competed in international competitions as a public speaker. I was grateful to my parents who escorted me to New York in 2019 when I was a representative for the Talent Africa team. I was the item and category winner for the public speaking section. I believe that public speaking is one of the most important life skills, not only for your future career, but for all age groups. It gives you confidence and builds your self-esteem. Even your communicational skills improve. Please allow me to present to you one of my recent presentations for which I received 2 diplomas. You'll notice during my speech my concerns about the abuse of a small device we all can't live without. If you have any questions after watching the video, I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you, Mr. Mendelsohn. You can play the video now. Is one of the world's famous neuroscientists and an untiring advocate of global harmony and peace.
Can you hear it okay, Tim?
He once wrote, and I quote, "It is okay to own technology. What is not okay is to be owned by technology." Unquote. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow students. Thank you, ma'am, for allowing me this opportunity to share with the audience certainly one of the most dangerous methods to destroy relationships, knowledge, create mental illnesses, and even encourages suicide. You would differ from me by saying, "Definitely not me. I am not guilty when using my best friend." And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to my topic today, namely, your best friend is your worst enemy. Yes, I am talking about that small device that you carry with you on a daily basis because you believe you can't be without it. But I want to know, how did previous generations live a perfect life without using a cell phone? Firstly, let me begin with the question, who is the most important person in your life? I am sure that all of you will answer without any hesitation, my children, or my mother or father. Some of you might even answer, my dog or my cat. Sadly, if your pet is going to be your answer, then you do have a problem with your family relationships. Why? Because it is with your pet that you find comfort, understanding, and mutual love. The cat or dog cannot say to you, "Just a moment, I must answer this phone call." They have time to listen to you, to give attention to you, and to allow you to hug them. But that human tradition escapes the room when technology began to own us. Secondly, I'll visit a restaurant with my parents, and I'll be so saddened to see parents playing with their cell phones, and the children must be seen and not heard. So why did you go to a restaurant? Surely to enjoy something together, which is known as family bonding. It can even get worse. To solve the problem for the parents, they'll provide their children with their own cell phones. And now,
We're all playing on our phones while waiting for the food to arrive. Is that what you call family bonding? I see it as a broken family. Thirdly, Cyberpsychology, Behavior, and Social Networking, Volume 17, Number 9, confirmed that mobile phone technologies have been hailed as a promising means for delivering mental health interventions for youth and adolescents. The age group with high cell phone usage and the 75% of all lifetime mental disorders. My mother and I had to visit the doctor once, and I was so saddened to see a mother of a child playing on her cell phone. The little girl looked really ill, and when that child decides to commit suicide one day, the mother will not put the blame on herself, but on the pressure life brought on her child. Let me convince you with the following thought. Surely your device has its positive aspects. Therefore, mobile phones play a key role in life. But the negative aspects are overwhelming. And I only mentioned 3 of them. Steven Spielberg once wrote, and I cannot agree more. Your cell phone has already replaced your camera, your calendar, and your alarm clock. Don't let it replace your family. Unquote. So next time when you're playing with your best friend, remember he is also your worst enemy.
Well, well done, Charl.
Thank
and
you.
I can see why you got your diploma for that. I can. And I think one of the important sentences, and there were many, was the end of that quote from Steven Spielberg, do not let it replace your family. Now, Charl, where have you disappeared? Oh, no, you haven't disappeared. There you are. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I would like to just carry on, if I may. They say that there are 3 of the most important or the most scary things in life. One is a death in your family. That's very important. The other is moving house, which is awful, terribly stressful. And the third they choose as public speaking. Now, you've chosen the third most stressful thing, and you've become very good at it.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, how do you think you did mention this a little earlier, but how do you think it's going to help you in your future career?
I will be able to speak with everyone instead of keeping quiet, and I will be more entertaining and speak louder and have more options to speak with people than just talking with one voice.
It could probably give you a bit more confidence, no matter what you do,
Yeah.
really. Okay. And are there many other students at your school who follow your interest?
No, not really.
And have you spoken to them about, do they think, sure, you're not going to go and learn speaking again, are you? I mean, aren't you, do they tease you a little bit? No?
No, they don't. They don't
well
tease
done.
me at all.
Okay, just sometimes kids will say, oh, yeah, well, but why are you going there? They'd rather come with us. We're going here. We're going to play. We're going to do whatever. And you need to be responsible and say, no, I've got a lesson, some research to do, whatever it is, practicing. So you need to sometimes pull away from that. But congratulations again. I beg your pardon, I'm really talking a lot now. So, Jim, please let me hand over to you before I carry on talking.
Yeah, I'm limited talking because there's apparently a marathon happening outside my window, and there are lots of police car sirens and helicopters. But that being said, you do have a very talented speaking voice, and I agree with Celeste. That was an amazing speech that you recorded in New York. Was that this year or was it 2019?
This speech was this year, but Talent Africa was 2019, but I did other speeches for New York.
Interesting. Your accent and your diction help you a great deal. You're very easy to understand. I wonder, what are you going to do? You've developed a skill. How are you going to extend it further? I mean, you answered part of that, but what one thing would you do with your amazing public speaking ability and apparent fearlessness if you had the opportunity right now?
Well, I would try and persuade as many people as I possibly can, going worldwide, and try and help people out with what they can't do, and try and get them to get their talking abilities and that stuff up and running, so they don't get shy when they speak with other people.
That's a noble.
Leo, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Lyra?
Oh, no questions, but I do have something to say. Where he used his you used your incredible speaking voice to really open people's eyes on this topic that many people would either rather be quiet about. And you chose to step up and, use your voice to try and spark a change despite what other people may say. Yeah, because it was a pretty difficult topic and you decided to speak on it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Just as a matter of interest, Charl, are you allowed to choose any topic you like? Or do you get
Yes,
set
I am
topics that
allowed
you
to
need
choose any topic. They don't give me anything. I can choose whichever topic I want, and I can just speak about it.
Okay, and that topic that you chose, your best friend is your worst enemy. It's a very catchy title. What experience have you had in your life about this being your worst enemy?
Well, it has taken me down from my public speaking, like trying to take me away where I don't practice my stuff, or I'd rather do that than go out and play with my friends. So it has taken me away from that stuff.
Okay. And your next adventure, where are you going to next? What is your next title that you're going to be researching and presenting?
Next title. I really don't know yet. That one got me. I really don't know which one yet. Still coming to mind.
I know that Ria is online, somewhere on the line. Could we see her? Hello, Ria. Are you there? Are you available?
We can promote her.
I don't think Ria is next, is she? I think
no, Ria, I beg your pardon. Ria is Charl's coach.
Oh, I see. Would you like her to be promoted?
If possible, if she's available.
It's okay.
It'd be very nice to say hello to her.
Okay,
and also to congratulate her.
That's wonderful, and you should do that. She will be on now. She was promoted, but we do need to move on to Christine's presentation. So if you have to make it quick.
Okay, Ria, are you there? Can you hear us? Perhaps she's away from her computer.
Okay. Christine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much, Charl. It was a very nice presentation. And I have to say this because it's just right. I'm very proud for you to have represented South Africa here today. So
thank you for bringing me on.